Good morning. I'd like to call to order the meeting of the Board of Commissioners. We will begin, as is customary, with the observance of a moment of silence. Thank you. Please rise for the pledge to the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Yes, we're absent the fact that we have. So
Evidently.
proceed to the agenda with any other public comment? Not, we'll proceed with the approval of the minutes of our previous meeting.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to accept the minutes of our previous meeting. Are there any additions, deletions, or corrections? Hearing none, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. So moved. Now we have to, well, we can move on to Sally.
Yeah. Come on in. We have no chairs. Quite a bunch. Yeah, I see it right here.
Well, we'd like to welcome everyone to our meeting this morning. We have, which is kind of the nice part of our job, is to thank long-term employees and leaders of our county for their service, and this is such an occasion. So I'd like to begin by, Jamie will pick the order.
All right.
He's decided, I hope, by now, and read the proclamations that we've prepared.
We're going to go in chronological order since Rick's getting soon. All right, whereas Richard W. Rick Showers began his career with the County of Lebanon as a caseworker for Children and Youth Services on September 25th, 1979. Whereas during his tenure, Rick has continued to maintain his value as an employee, as well as demonstrating his top-notch level of direct administrative skills to caseworkers and the agency's supervisory staff. Whereas Rick was a devoted and committed employee who performed his duties and responsibilities in an efficient and effective professional manner, reflecting great credit upon him and Lebanon County government. Whereas on May 18, 2019, Richard Showers will retire as Assistant Administrator for Children and Youth Services with nearly 40 years of distinguished service. Now therefore, we, the Commissioners of Lebanon County, on behalf of past and present employees and all our citizens, express appreciation to Rick for his many years of dedication, faithfulness, and hard work on a job well done throughout his career. Further, we extend congratulations and best wishes for a most rewarding future and the very best retirement.
Okay, we'll seek a motion to accept that proclamation.
And I'll second that motion with extreme appreciation for all your service to the community and the children.
It's been moved and seconded. We don't need any discussion at this point. We'll hold off on that. All in favor of the motion, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. So moved.
If you wrote a speech or...
Rick, would you like, this is your moment, to avail yourself of a comment or two?
Well, I'd just like to thank the County of Lebanon. It's certainly been a privilege and an honor to work for the county. I appreciate and miss the people and that we work with.
Thank you. Thank you.
Why don't we do them both after we're done? How's that? Instead of getting up, getting down, getting up. Okay? All right, whereas James Jim Holtry began his career with the County of Lebanon, employed as a caseworker for children and youth on August 24th, 1979. Whereas during his tenure, Jim served the county with concern and commitment as a supervisor, administrator, and director, displaying exemplary skill at directing the work of social service programs within his department to assure that the highest degree of quality care was provided to children, youth, and families, while succeeding at navigating the complex funding channels to see that Lebanon County always got its fair share. Whereas Jim performed his duties and responsibilities in a professional manner, which reflects great credit upon him and Lebanon County government. Whereas on June 1st, 2019, Jim will retire as Director of Children and Youth Services with nearly 40 years of distinguished service. Now therefore be it resolved that we, the Commissioners of Lebanon County, on behalf of past boards, commissioners, past and present employees, and all our citizens, unite to thank Jim for the outstanding leadership he provided during his many years of dedicated service to his profession. Further, we wish him the very best retirement and a future filled with health and happiness.
Motion?
I will make a motion to accept and graciously say thank you for coming in and bringing along, apparently from Cumberland County, Rick Showers, and both of you together serving us so well for so many years. Thank you.
I'll second that motion.
It's been moved and seconded. Any comment or question? Hearing none, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, same sign, so moved. Any comment from you?
It's, it's obvious the service that both you gentlemen have given, and especially Jim at the helm. I think children and youth in Lebanon County just receive so much respect from the community because of the job that you folks have done. So you're both going to be missed, and I certainly, on a personal level, will miss you as well, and appreciate the service that you've given the county.
And I'd like to thank you both. Long careers are kind of rare in this world anymore, but you've held together in an environment. And I often tell people, as a layperson coming into this job, you never realize how difficult some of these positions are in society the way it is these days. And my hat's off to all of you, your whole team, for the good work that you've done all these years. So thank you, and I hope you have the best, absolute, relaxing retirement that is possible. And with that, we'd like to present, I'm sorry, Jim, yes, thank you.
Oh, I'll just basically echo what Rick already said. I think we've done very well, but we've been very fortunate to have some very dedicated, committed staff. The field is very challenging, and it really made the job a lot easier. I would like to say, I got to thank Jamie for all his support and guidance and leadership over the years that he's given me. That's so appreciated. And I'd like to thank you folks for the exact same support, the guidance and leadership. Y'all have been a terrific group to work for as far as I'm concerned, and it's just been outstanding. And I think we work very well together as a team. Thank you.
Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So you said?
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So much. Middle there, those proclamations.
A little bit of Ken. No, this
Joe,
way.
the other way, Joe.
There we go.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all
Thank
for
you all for
coming.
coming
Anybody want
down.
to say
How was the
anything? We all good?
Hope I see you around.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You must have locked the door.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm Jasmine's mother.
How are you?
Good, I didn't know you were retiring.
Absolutely.
You
Thank
want to
you.
stay a few more years?
Pardon?
You want to stay a few more years?
40 years.
My wife didn't come today.
She was gonna call it back.
Tell her I said hello.
How are you?
Okay. Congratulations.
Let me see if there's anyone else coming in.
I can't hear.
Do you have anyone else coming, or is it here that you need? They're all here then. They left.
The other,
I know Mr. Harlan has an appointment. so-
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, we're gonna read it at the hospital, sorry.
Appreciate that, thank you.
Just try to. It's all over town, right?
welcome everybody. How's the WGSH family doing?
What's here?
Pretty good. Busy.
Looks like it's every 6 months.
Thank you for joining us today. How come you got the back row?
Believe me, that's a long story.
You don't have to hop on. Stay seated.
Yeah.
This is the most important. Yeah, you're the history maker, okay.
Okay, who will be ascending? Davis? Oh, no. Davis. Who we have someone, just.
There you go, Patty.
Well, we have Louise.
We've reconfigured our entire agenda today so that Tom can get to his 10 o'clock. So this is all about
Thank you
Tom
very
today.
much. Appreciate
We
your
do
flexibility.
appreciate everyone being here this morning, and every year this is a great time to celebrate nursing and hospitals throughout Lebanon County. And who's going to take the lead in presenting this morning?
You wanna do nurses? It's up to you.
Yes, please, that'd be
Okay.
great.
First.
So we are absolutely proud and privileged to be here to represent Wellspring Good Samaritan Hospital, both in the celebration of the nurses in our community, as well as all of the healthcare workers that are committed every day to the care and compassion of the people who come to us for their care. So thank you for having us today. We had a great week last week celebrating. I'd say our theme for the week was joy. We had a lot of fun with our nurses. They had different spirit activities going each day. We painted rocks, we had ice cream, and we celebrated the last day, celebrating the team that we are with the Team Jersey Day. So we did so many fun things, and I think that theme is transitioning this week to Hospital Week. You'll see many of my colleagues have crazy socks on today. Today's Crazy Sock Day.
I want to see Tom's.
Friday is, our theme on Friday is we're Nacho Average Hospital. We're serving nachos to our staff. So doing a lot of fun things, really to celebrate and maybe make some light when we have many days that are quite stressful. So thank you for having us.
Are you too new to with Good Sam?
Yeah, we're only been here a couple weeks.
Well, Stephanie or Kelly, do you want to have?
I've been with the hospital for over 30 years, we'll say, in various roles. It's been such a pleasure this last year and a half to be part of the senior leader team. I feel we've completely changed our culture at the hospital, and it's really showing in our employee engagement, our community involvement, our community outreach. We are so dedicated and committed to be part of our community because that's who we take care of, and we want to make that connection. So I'm very honored to be where I am.
Thank you.
And I think these 2 weeks have given us the opportunity to really celebrate who we are as employees, not, putting aside the quality of care that we expect every day and the great things we've been able to do within the cardiovascular service line, within sepsis. But, last night we were around on night shift and we were delivering ice cream sundaes to the staff, and it was such a fun time to be able to thank them for the hard work that they do.
Dr. Shaver?
I just want to thank everybody for having us. As Patty said, we celebrated the joy of what we do, kind of relishing in the humanity of our mission, and really want to thank the community for entrusting us with their care. We take that responsibility very seriously, and we really do think it is a partnership and a relationship that we find great joy in.
I'm just blessed that I have a competent, well-spoken team who can say those things that they do. Actually, it's a thrill. I think, to Kelly's point, we are changing the culture, and I think that's really critically important. And we really value the service that we bring to Lebanon County, and I think all good things going forward. So thanks for having us. Really appreciate it.
And it's a good partnership both ways from the county's point of view too. So.
I just wanted to say to Stephanie, the ice cream is the best thing you can do. I had unsolicited comment from retired employees from the county, and like, we didn't have the fancy nacho thing, but we do popcorn one day and ice cream another, and whatever, throughout the week. You know what they like the most? Ice cream. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
good.
No, continue the comment, sorry.
It's usually the big finisher, so how about we just do
All right.
Yeah, I finish last, right? Is that what I'm saying?
I'll do these back to back, and then we'll do that. All right. So first, Nurses Week. Whereas the profession of nursing is committed to the promotion of health, the prevention of disease, and the delivery of quality health care. Whereas dramatic changes are occurring in the way that Pennsylvanians meet and pay for their health care needs. Whereas the emphasis on cost effectiveness and the expansion of technology have given new meaning and direction to nursing care. And whereas nursing has met the challenge of the evolving healthcare system while continuing to provide safe, conscientious, dependable, compassionate care for all consumers at affordable prices. And whereas nurses are efficient, knowledgeable healthcare professionals who have assumed leadership roles in the management and delivery of patient care services. Now therefore, we, the County Commissioners of Lebanon County, Pennsylvania, do hereby proclaim May 6th through the 12th, 2019 as National Nurses Week, and encourage all citizens of Lebanon County to join in this expression of appreciation for the contributions given to our community by nurses.
Motion.
So,
Second?
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. So moved.
And National Hospital Week. Whereas May 12th through the 18th, 2019 has been designated National Hospital Week by the American Hospital Association. And whereas the WellSpan Good Samaritan Hospital and WellSpan Philhaven are leaders in ensuring the health and well-being of the community. Whereas these hospitals and the community engage in many and varied partnerships to enhance the quality of health for the citizens of Lebanon County. Whereas it is the desire of the Lebanon County Commissioners to recognize the outstanding efforts of the WellSpan Good Samaritan Hospital and WellSpan Philhaven for their commitment to serving the community with high-quality health care programs. Now therefore, we, the County Commissioners of Lebanon County, Pennsylvania, do hereby proclaim May 12th through the 18th, 2019 as National Hospital Week, and encourage all citizens of Lebanon County to join in this expression of appreciation for the contributions given to our community by these hospitals, medical staff, employees, and volunteers who represent them.
I'll make a motion to approve the Hospital Week proclamation.
second motion.
It's been moved and seconded. Any comment or question? Hearing none, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. So ordered. Photo time.
Thank you. I'm trying to make this quick.
Remember me, 24 years ago, I delivered a daughter, And I met your son a few weeks back.
Yeah.
Very impressive guy.
Yeah.
Thank you. Why don't you get the WellSpan Good Samaritan, if you can kind of stagger yourselves like a shoulder.
We always did these out.
Like that, yeah, like that, there you go. Back to back, center there. Tom, why don't you get in the middle there? And Kelly, you get your next to Steph.
May I make a suggestion? If we face this way with the county seat, is over there too far away for you to take a picture?
No, I mean, that's fine if you want to do it.
I mean, I just,
Maybe they can stand here and we'll get the county seat. There you go. Thank you.
So I think we have one for,
No, it's fine. That one, we'll give it up, right?
Here we go, guys.
Now I need you real tight together. Stand, kind of stagger yourself. Commissioner, why don't you come over here? Here's your aims.
girls and boys.
Down there. Okay.
There we go.
All right, I'm gonna have to go around the table.
Steph, I'm not used to being shorter than most of them.
Okay, looks good, thanks. Everybody here? Yeah. Okay, Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
You're gonna make it, Tom?
Congratulations,
You know,
and
my
thanks for
wife's
coming
like
in.
your biggest
I've known you a lot of years, Sarah, you're doing a swell job. Yeah.
We're surviving.
Thank you so much. Thank you, and congratulations.
Sir, thank you.
All right.
Sorry, I didn't
See you
look up.
tomorrow.
I was
Some
going
more
for
of
the
these.
chairs.
I said my wife's the biggest,
I was
she's
gonna
always
mention-
bragging about the speed down out there.
Thank you. She's doing well? Great.
All right.
Are you serving Hershey's chocolate?
Yeah, not today.
The treasures.
I'm sorry, can we do something else before seven? Just kidding. Go ahead.
And I'm here for the day. Okay, we had receipts of May the 14th and 15th of $2,811,074.30. That brought us to a total cash of $4,772,057.70. Expenditures this week were $2,863,514.45. Our tax claim is $53,850.20. So that leaves a balance of $1,854,693.05.
Make a motion to approve the treasurer's report as presented.
And I'll second that motion.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve the report of salary. Any comment or question? Would you have something to say?
I just wanted to note that we did do our payment this week. So that has been done for 2019.
And that was what, 3.6 million, something?
No, it's $2,744,000.
I think we budgeted like 3.1.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So we actually have,
2,744,885.
I don't know.
It's a big numbers.
Thank you.
Yeah, just to recap that, the actuarial report last year, in April, established that it should be 3.1 million.
Correct. No, it came in October, it was the estimate in October.
Which is what we budgeted for. The report we received just last month indicated with the performance of it and the contributions that it needed to be 2.7 million, so it ended up being a little less than the budget, which is
There's
great.
good interest rates, I guess they're earning right now is over 10%, so that certainly helps.
Well, I think what helped the most is 2008, what they factor into the actuarial calculation is the last 10 years of performance. 2008 by far was our worst year of performance in the last probably 30 years. That dropped away, which then basically lifted the all boats, as they say, yeah.
All right, all in favor of the motion, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, so ordered. Thank you, Sally.
You're welcome.
Good morning, ladies.
Michelle Reeves, Director of Human Resources. Stephanie Knoll, Benefits Coordinator. Under Personnel Transactions, Resignations, Terminations, Matthew Cole, Law Clerk, resignation effective May 28th. Taylor Ecker, Telecommunicator, resignation effective May 23rd. Matthew Atwood, Full-Time Correctional Officer, removal effective April 29th. Sarah Pazin, VJ Clerk, resignation effective May 31st. Antonio Ruiz, Full-Time Developmental Assistant, removal, effective April 26th. And County Musnick, Medical Secretary C, termination, effective May 3rd.
Make a motion to approve the resignations and terminations.
Second motion.
It's been moved and seconded. Any questions? All in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, so moved.
Under FMLA and leaves of absence, Shannon McMinn from Area Agency on Aging, 12 weeks of FMLA effective April 30th. Carolyn Wensler from the Assessment Office, 6 weeks of FMLA returning May 6th. Beth Hope from the DA's Office, 13 days leave of absence effective May 1st, returning May 20th. Eva Suchet from the Lebanon County Correctional Facility, 14 days FMLA effective February 26th, return March 17th. Nicholas Warren from Area Agency on Aging, 4 to 6 weeks of unpaid leave of absence effective May 24th.
Robert Gibson Jr. from the LCCF, 18 days of FMLA effective April 19th, returning May 16th. Angel Medina from Domestic Relations, 12 weeks of FMLA effective April 15th. Belva Charles Ream from Area Agency on Aging, up to 12 weeks of intermittent FMLA, used for 1 year, effective May 12th. Sarah Stager from Central Booking, up to 12 weeks of FMLA, effective May 17th. And Timothy Quinlan from the Department of Emergency Services, up to 12 weeks of intermittent FMLA, used for a year, effective May 8th.
Make a motion to approve the leaves of absence as read.
Second.
I'm not sure if you included Samantha Wilson. You skipped over that.
Did I?
That's my recollection. I'll do it.
Samantha Wilson from Lebanon County Correctional Facility, 6 to 8 weeks of FMLA effective May 9th.
That, any comment or question on the motion? If not, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, so moved.
Under changes of status, transfers, and promotions, Michael Yakum, transfer from Aging Care Manager 2 at Area Agency on Aging to Casework Supervisor 1 at Children and Youth at the rate of $1,452.61 biweekly effective June 3rd. Susan Emmerich, promotion from Fiscal Assistant in Children and Youth to Program Specialist 1 in Children and Youth at the rate of $1,903.53 biweekly effective June 3rd. Jalessa Johnson, promotion from Customer Service Clerk in Domestic Relations to Team Clerk in Domestic Relations to the rate of $904.69 biweekly effective May 20th. Dylan Milring, change of status from casual part-time deputy sheriff to full-time deputy sheriff in the Sheriff's Office at the rate of $15.96 per hour effective May 20th.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve those changes. Any comment or question? Hearing none, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign, so moved.
Under other transactions, Area Agency on Aging would like to hire Helen Little as an adult abuse investigator at the rate of $1,363.01 biweekly effective June 3rd. Children and Youth would like to hire Tabitha Belsack as a caseworker 1 at the rate of $1,179.45 biweekly effective May 20th. Children and Youth would like to hire Lindsay Nay as a caseworker 1 at the rate of $1,179.45 biweekly effective June 3rd. President Judge Towalk would like to hire Simon Ryder as a law clerk at the rate of $1,566.75 biweekly effective June 3rd. President Judge Towalk would like to hire Alexis Gundrum as a DJ clerk for DJ Garber at the rate of $785.46 biweekly effective May 20th. President Judge Towalk would like to hire Leslie Santana as a customer service clerk for domestic relations at the rate of $785.46 biweekly effective May 20th. President Judge Towalk would like to hire Katrina Heller as a docket specialist in domestic relations at the rate of $785.46 biweekly effective May 20th. The prison would like to hire Gabrielle Kale as a general clerk C at the rate of $730.66 biweekly effective June 3rd. MHIDEI would like to hire Bordeliza Burgos as a caseworker 2 at the rate of $1,267.90 biweekly effective May 20th. The Public Defender would like to hire Margot McQuaid as a part-time secretary D at the rate of $13.06 per hour effective May 20th. And the Sheriff's Office would like to hire Joseph Cesare as a casual part-time deputy sheriff at the rate of $14.31 per hour effective May 20th. And that's without the 2-step increase after they graduate from the academy.
Good. We're good with that?
Yeah.
Motion?
I'll make a motion to accept the hirings as presented.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve those transactions. Any comment or question? Clarifications? Hearing none, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, so moved.
Moving on to salary board, motion to approve all transactions previously read plus the following. Carrie May, incremental increase as a full-time deputy sheriff to the rate of $16.94 per hour effective May 19th.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve that hiring. Any questions? If not, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, so moved. Okay.
Under conference seminar requests, under mandated, Sharon Gassert from Children and Youth would like to attend the Governor's Institute on Plans of Safe Care in Harrisburg on June 4th and 5th. No registration fee, mileage and meal reimbursement mandated by DHS. Daniel Wright from DA Detective Bureau would like to attend JNet Live Scan CPIN Offender ID Conference in State College on June 6th and 7th. No registration fee, lodging reimbursement mandated by JNet Central Booking. Sally Berry, Stephanie Rodriguez, and Jamie DeShawn from probation would like to attend National Drug Court Conference in National Harbor, Maryland, July 14th through the 17th. No registration fee, lodging and meal reimbursement mandated by PBPP.
I'll make a motion to approve the conference and seminar requests.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve those mandated requests. Any questions? If not, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, so moved.
Under mandated, Carol Davies and Ann Devine from Area Agency on Aging. Under non-mandated, Carol Davies and Ann Devine from Area Agency on Aging would like to attend PPA quarterly meeting in Harrisburg on June 12th and 13th. $220 registration fee, mileage, and full reimbursement.
Make a motion to attend the aging conference.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any questions? If not, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign, so moved.
Barb Smith and Barbara Moody from Code of Reports would like to attend PAPCC conference in Erie, June 25th through the 28th, $750 registration fee, lodging, mileage, and full reimbursement.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve that request. Any questions? If not, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, so moved.
Christine Oakley from the Commissioner's Office would like to attend Microsoft Advanced Excel in Lancaster on July 10th and 11th. $298 registration fee, mileage, meal, and parking reimbursement.
Make a motion to permit Christine to attend the workshop.
I'll second that motion.
It's been moved and seconded. Any questions? If not, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, so moved.
Dawn Wolf from MHIDEI would like to attend PA Community of Practice Regional Collaborative Leadership Event in Royalsburg on June 12th. No registration fee and mileage reimbursement.
I'll move to approve Dawn Wolf for training.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve that MHIDEI request. Any question or comment? Hearing none, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign, so ordered.
Timothy Charaski from the Sheriff's Office would like to attend Taser Instructor Certification Course in High Spire on July 15th and 16th, $495 registration fee.
Make a motion to approve the TASER workshop.
And I'll second that motion.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve the sheriff's request. Any question or comment? Hearing none, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, so moved. Thank you.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Michael Anderson, Chief Clerk, Voter Registration. And I'm here, sorry, I'm so used to doing this as board elections, you guys used to do something else. I am here to seek approval for the contract for the ES&S voting system that was approved by the Board of Elections in February. The contract that I had given you, and I do have more copies if you need it, outlines the purchase price that was approved by the board, and then the solicitor had some additional questions involving the contract that I outlined in the memo that I had sent you, and ES&S answered those. Basically, any of the concerns that we had, they had addressed and had changed the contract to meet those concerns that our solicitor had, specifically the number of days that we had to report any issues. That was the big one, and then also their plan as far as going from a Windows 7 based system to a Windows 10 based system. That was something I was concerned about. They outlined that also in an attachment that I gave.
I have 5 questions, Michael,
Okay.
if you don't mind. Number 1 is an easy yes or no.
Okay.
It talks about user manuals. Do they provide those?
Yes.
So that's included in the
Yes,
price?
they'll be providing us with user manuals on how to actually do the system itself, the individual components, and then we will actually be doing a step-by-step guide for our poll workers that bring all of those together as in one package.
Okay. I just didn't know if it was an added expense. Thank you for that clarification. Number 2, it talks about what is excluded in the warranty. And the one that kind of jumped out at me was the batteries.
Okay.
If we get a defective battery, they don't stand by it?
I would have to double check with them on that. That's not something that I caught or the solicitor checked on, but.
I just know battery replacement is an issue over the years.
Yeah, but so when we do the acceptance testing, so when they deliver, they'll do acceptance testing, so they'll make sure everything is up and running. At that point, we would sign off on it. So my guess is we would catch that at that time and would not accept that piece of equipment if the battery, if it's not working at that point. My guess is probably the exclusion is, it says battery because that's something that can, similar to like a tire, it has wear and tear or wear on it, it would wear out and we would have to replace those. That's something we even had to do with the current system.
I understand wear and tear, but I was concerned, because I mean, you can get defective batteries.
Right, so I believe that's gonna be covered in acceptance testing. I can double check with them on that, but I believe whenever we accept, when they deliver it, they're going to be here roughly 3 days and they're gonna open everything up, turn it on, make sure it all works, go through their acceptance testing, and so I think we would catch any of those defects at that point.
Fair enough.
Are you in paragraph 7?
Yes.
Warranty?
Yeah.
So it says the warranty shall not include the repair or replacement of any ES&S equipment that are consumed in the normal course of operating, and that's where they list paper rolls, ribbons, cartridges, batteries, removable media, and so on. So I believe it's as a consumable, like the tires example.
And I interpret it as, because it's a consumable item, but I'm concerned about upon delivery.
Yeah, that would be defective. This is saying that if it wears out after 3 years, having been consumed, it's not under warranty.
And I interpreted it just because it is consumable, but and attorneys argue those things, so that's why I wanted to bring it to your attention.
Yep.
Okay. Number 3. This one kind of took me by surprise when I read, it talks about, well, if we sell, you have to sign off that they can make the sale to another company. Okay, I've heard that language before when Cedar Haven came, and it raises a flag for me. But on the other hand, page 15 talks about a sign that says it's automatic. So to me, the two of those are conflicting, and maybe attorneys, again, would argue both sides. But I wanted to call it to your attention to look at before you submit them. Does that make sense? I mean, you guys have done a stellar job. It's just what jumped out at me.
I looked at these since you mentioned it to me
Yeah.
earlier today. The paragraph 12, I think these serve 2 different purposes, these paragraphs. Paragraph 12 is for assignment. So basically, unless ES&S simply reorganizes, that we wouldn't have a say in a reorganization, but if they were to propose to sell it, transfer, assign it to another company or so on, we would have to agree to that. Or we could walk away and go to another vendor, I presume. So that small paragraph is just about the assignment and agreeing to a reassignment of the terms. Paragraph 15 is called entire agreement, and that's basically saying that everything that's contained in the previous verbiage is what dictates our contract with them, that any negotiation in the past, any verbal agreement, handshake, whatever, goes away, and this agreement is what is now driving everything. So that's what I read.
Okay, again, it just seemed like a conflict, and I wanted to point it out. As long as you guys and an attorney are saying it's good, I'm okay with it, but they could be argued either way. So the next one, now the last two are probably the two biggest ones.
Okay.
I've mentioned storage in the past, and in two separate places, one in the main agreement and one in the follow-up maintenance agreement. It emphasizes storage in temperature, climate control, whatever, however it's worded. But I know the warehouse where we store the machines is not climate controlled. Can we like build in walls and put dehumidifiers in there or something to meet this, or do we have another plan for storage? Because then if it's another location, they want extra charges to go to two different places to test the equipment. Have we gotten to the point where we know how we're going to handle this?
Not really. We have stored the existing machines in this same location. While it's not air conditioned, it is climate controlled for heat. So it doesn't get down to sub-zero or freezing temperatures in there. It does have heat. It's a concrete building, so in the summertime it can get warm and humid in there, but we've not had any issues with the prior ES&S machines. It's something we can investigate. We before that had them stored at Renova Center on the ground floor of Renova, which was, I don't think that was conditioned space other than it was below conditioned space. We ended up having a problem there because there were water lines overhead and there was a failure, and we did have some machines that had to be repaired and replaced. So that's the answer I have for you now. We have stored similar equipment there without any trouble.
And I'm going to emphasize this again, that this does need to be addressed. Not only is it in these contracts, which, they're saying there are issues there. The state, Jonathan Marks, he doesn't pull any, punches. He says it as it is. Warned us, the new machines are more sensitive to moisture and climate change and things of that nature. Electronics in general do not like those extreme conditions, and if we get 100-degree days, I don't know how hot it's going to get in there, or how humid if we have lots and lots of rain with the moisture and things like that. So I think we do have to up our storage for the voting machines, and I bring that to your attention because A, Jonathan Marks warned us about it, and B, it's in the contract in two places. People are telling us do this, so we have to do something, okay?
I have some ideas. Let me talk to Mike about it.
All right, thank you. And then the last one, and I don't know if you have an answer or not, but have you been contacted about our continuity of operations plan for voting?
Yes.
Okay, great,
Yes.
so that's in
Yes,
process.
so I talked to Rob, sir. What's his name? Rob, is it Robert Taft, right? The department.
Oh, Bob, okay.
Bob down.
Oh, Bob, sorry. He was over, he said they're gonna work something up for us, and then he knew that I was in the middle of, election season, so
Yes.
he said he would get back and touch with me. But yes, he did come over shortly after we had the conversation regarding that, yes.
And previous to that, they had already worked with you on election day.
Yes.
What to do if they're out of electric. They have some backup generators.
Yes.
They could mobilize if they need to, and so on. So
Correct.
they worked on some of that.
Fabulous. Thank you for, you guys do a swell job, but before I go into something of this magnitude,
Yep.
I just wanted to make sure that I had all my answers. Thank you.
Yes.
It's been a while. We have a motion on the floor. Seek a motion.
I'll move to go forward with the purchase of the voting machines as outlined by Michael and reviewed by our solicitor.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Anything else? Going once? All in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, so moved. You have your machines.
Thank you very much,
Get the-
appreciate it.
Get the order in.
Yes, thank you.
They only accept our orders once we sign the contract, so that they can get them for, hopefully for the fall.
Michael had a delivery date, didn't he? Was it June 7th or July 7th? He left already.
With today's signing of the contract, he said that the SNS has us in the queue for July 9th.
Welcome back.
A familiar face.
Good morning, Commissioner. I'm Tim Moultrie, Director of Children Youth Services. I brought with me today Erin Moyer, who will be assuming my position coming June 3rd, so I welcome her and welcome her along to how we do this. We have a few contracts to present this morning, two of them for juvenile probation. The one is Alternative Living Solutions. That's an independent living program for female sex offenders with mental health problems. The traditional living program and the independent living program are both at a rate of $197.95 per day, and I would recommend that contract be approved.
Make a motion that we approve the contract as presented.
I'll second the motion.
We have a motion and a second to approve the Alternative Living Solutions contract. Any comment or question? Hearing none, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, so moved.
Thank you. Second contract is also for juvenile probation, the residential program called Outside In. We have two programs. One is Pathway to Recovery, which is a drug and alcohol program. That rate is $290 a day. However, that is funded by MA, and there's no cost to the county for that one. And the residential boys program, Voyagers Residential, is $266.58 per day. I would recommend that contract be approved.
I'll make a motion to approve the outside-in contracts.
Second the motion.
Just curious, is the 290, which is MA covered, is that
Correct.
the sticker price, or is that actually what MA pays?
That's what MA pays.
Really? Okay. Any other discussion, questions? All in favor of the motion, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign, so moved.
Thank you. And the final contract is for Avanco, and they provide our automated system. And that's the agency that ties into the state system. That's an annual rate of $30,000, and that's the same rate it's been for the last several years. We make a recommendation that that contract be also approved.
Make a motion to approve the Avanco contract as presented.
And I'll second that motion.
So moved and seconded. Any comment? If not, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign, so moved.
Thank you very much. That's all I have for
Would you
you.
like to say anything, Aaron, as far as?
I just wanted to say that I am very excited to take on this opportunity, and I'm very appreciative of being afforded the opportunity to lead such a great agency. And I hope to carry on just as well as Jim and Rick did throughout the past 4 years.
Can you give us a little background?
I've been with the agency 12 years. I started as a foster care caseworker. I was there for 8 years. I've been the program specialist for the past 4 years. I went back to school using the Seawell program through our agency, so I do have a master's degree in social work, and I also am a licensed social worker.
I just wanted to say, Erin, you are an outstanding young person, and Jim, congratulations for having her on staff. In the interview process, you were succinct, you were upbeat, and you just exuded confidence. I look forward to great things with your successor.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, well, thank you, and good luck, Jane.
Yes, it's a good segue to something I have here. I just want to say the Seawell program, that's happened, we've used that a few times over the years, I think. And this is a good example where that kind of investment, in facilitating someone's participation in that program to further their education, which kind of pays off.
Yeah, and it allows, enables us to promote from within, which is a beautiful thing.
Right. I have a contract, while they're still here, I have a contract to enter into with Mr. Moultrie for a contractor after his employment to assist with Aaron as needed. As you all know, the budgeting process with the state is pretty involved. That happens primarily over the summertime for presentation, I think the end of August, or September, yeah. So what I'd recommend is that we have a contract with Mr. Moultrie for $50 an hour for on an as-needed basis. There will be some conference calls. Aaron may need, just some advice on doing the budgeting and so on. You think this is probably somewhere in the September, October range is probably about all that will be needed.
Unless you really, I think, September, October would be.
Right. So I'd recommend that contract. The only thing you gave me typical wording that we have of a provider contract and so on. It would be a 1099 arrangement, so the controller's office would send that out at the end of the year. The only thing I've added to this is, excuse me, either party may terminate this agreement within 10 days' notice. It didn't have an out clause in it, so I'm going to add that to it. So I would recommend the approval of that contract.
Okay, seek a motion.
I'll move to approve the contract of $50 per hour as a consultant with Jim Poultry upon his retirement.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any questions? If not, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, so moved.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Leave me in great hands.
Thank you.
Landlines is next.
Okay. Hey, Daniel.
Good morning, hello.
Videographers.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know you were waiting on me. That was very kind. I didn't expect that courtesy, but thank you so much. There we go. I'm always too big, I guess.
All right, good morning. And if you'd like to introduce yourself and then proceed.
Okay, thank you. Good morning. My name is Dan Lyons. I'm a project manager with the Lebanon County Redevelopment Authority. And I'm here on community development block grant business. I have one business item that requires commissioner approval by resolution. And then I have 2 signature requests to present after that. So the item requiring your approval is a budget revision. We had 2 activities that we put out to bid earlier this year, a demolition job and a street paving job. The demolition came in underbid, significantly underestimated, excuse me. The low bid was about $16,400 under the estimate. And then we had the paving project that came in $14,600 over estimate. So we'd like to change funds between those activities. It's not an exact one-for-one wash. So there's actually some money left over in that demolition job that we don't need to put over to the paving job, and we're requesting to just move that into the county's rehab program. And there's also $90 that was left over from a job last year that we'll also just move into that rehab activity.
Is there a motion?
Make a motion to give Dave, Dan, the authority to make those changes.
I'll second that motion.
Yeah, we have a motion and a second to make those block grant changes. Any question or comment or any further clarification needed? If not, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign, so moved.
Thank you. You want to say aye?
No, I'm good.
Yes, I just have a few signature requests here then. When we submit that budget revision, there's a cover letter that we'll ask Commissioner Phillips to sign. We recently received our fiscal year 2018 CDBG contract from the state, which was signed. Along with that contract, there's 2 forms that the state has us fill out every year. One is to give Jamie the authority to approve electronically all our grant invoices. He's been doing that for other grants, but with every new grant contract, they require a new form. And then the other is the annual Federal Funding Accountability and Transparency Act subrecipient data sheet. And for this one, it's simple for the county because you're exempt from the reporting requirement. The form states such, and then it just gets signed by Commissioner Phillips.
I'll make a motion to sign those documents.
Second motion.
It's moved and seconded. Any questions, Jamie?
Nope, just become a part-time hobby of mine, managing those emails that come in from this part of it.
And right to know between those two things. If there's nothing further, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, so moved. Daniel?
Thank you very much.
All right, appreciate it.
I have a few things. Actually, I had Carol on the agenda, but just sitting here recalling that I told Carol it was pretty minor and I'd save her the trip, so I'll just present it. So that amendment for the Area Agency on Aging is for a contract with Mom's Meals, which is our Meals on Wheels provider, and that would be to increase their contract by $18,760. The original contract total was $72,483, and there's an increase in the units needed for Meals on Wheels. No change in the cost of the actual meal, just to the quantity, and this contract increase does not require any additional county support.
May I ask just one question? Have they always been delivering 2 weeks' worth of meals, or is that new as well?
I don't know the answer to that, but I can have Carol answer that question.
Yeah, and it's not critical for the vote, but I just was curious.
I know sometimes if bad weather's anticipated, they'll leave some more meals for them, but.
Well, it talks about the customer not being home during the day, and this way they can receive 2 weeks' worth of meals at a time. I thought, well, that's nice, but I didn't know if it was new. I'll make a motion to approve that.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve Mrs. Davies' request. Any question or comment? Hearing none, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, so moved.
We've got disabled veteran requests for exemption from real estate tax. They are Leonard Lawson, 208 Rose Lane, Jonestown, Brendan Coons of North 8th Street, Lebanon, and Jolene Donahue of Beech Tree Court, Anvil, all meeting the requirements for the program.
Make a motion to approve those 3 disabled veterans for real estate tax exemption.
And I will second that motion.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve those exemptions for property tax. Any question or comment? Hearing none, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, so moved.
And this afternoon, you do have appeals on the agenda. However, they have settled them all, but still need you for approval of settlements and for some exemptions. So Dan needs you here, but I don't think it's going to be very long. 1:30? Yes, 1:30.
Did you forget the tourism grant?
No, there were still some questions on that too.
Oh, okay. I thought
To
they were
answer
all-
on both of those, yeah.
All right. I'll make a motion to adjourn then, I guess.
Second.
That it? Okay, we stand adjourned. Thank you.